Hi chums, how are you? I'm going to start outside today. There's going to be 3 videos today. There's going to be the outside garden and then the greenhouse with a tomato trial and then cat proofing. So I'll talk more about that later on. These tomatoes here are my own tomatoes for outside. I've got them out in the middle of the lawn here to try and get as much sun as possible. Some of these are for friends, so they'll be going shortly. Corn, I just built these 2 beds recently and the corn has come on very well. So I'm happy enough with that there. I'm going to go, right, I'll go over here. Peas here, and then we have beans here, and garlic here, onions in here. I'm conscious of the sun here, and cabbages here, cabbages in here. I'm going to pull this net off to let you see inside. Those look alright, don't they? Happy enough for those. A bit long coming, but they're good. And then carrots here, a bit of a disaster with the carrots. They didn't come on very well during the springtime there because it's very cold, but I've got some more in here, so hopefully they'll take all right. These are surplus tomatoes along here. Then I've got strawberries in here and surplus marigolds, onions here. There's going to be beans go in here eventually, and these are my French climbing beans, which I put in about a week ago, and they're soaring up great altogether. And then in here we've got greyhound cabbages, which are doing fine. I'm going to put fleece over this after the video because the butterflies are starting to appear. This compost heap here, I sprayed that yesterday with a Roundup. I know people are going to complain, but I use it once a year and it does the job, and I don't really care. It's only on a compost heap and around paths and stuff, so whatever happens, happens. When you're working against sort of health issues, you have to take whatever shortcuts you can. I can't hand weeds, so that's my way. Anyway, beetroots in here, and then Hispy cabbages. Those are a fantastic cabbage. They're really, really good. They're like a conical cabbage, super duper. And then more carrots here, and you can see again that the carrots haven't done very well, but I've got 2 more rows in there to come. And these are leeks and scallions here, turning into the sun. I decided to use the compost heap and put in squashes and pumpkins in around there, and if they do, they do. If they don't, they don't. I've put them into holes filled full of compost and cow manure, so hopefully that'll work all right. Then we're back over here again, and we've got beetroots here, and they're super duper. That's beetroot. They're okay. Radish is in here. What do you see the size of these boys here? Isn't that good? So I'm happy with those. And there's another one in here. It's called French breakfast. I'll try and get one of those out. Here we go. That's not too bad there now. Then got some lettuces here. I've got broad beans here. And we're back to the peas. And going over here this way again. Potatoes. Look at the potatoes. Aren't those fantastic? They're really flying up out of the ground at the moment. And we've got potatoes all along here. This Maris Pipers, those are Maris Pear, and those ones are called Charlotte. They're coming on. I don't know, they're growing at a different rate than the others. I don't know what rate they're supposed to grow at, but they're still doing okay. And then over here, the rhubarb has kind of resurrected itself, so I'm very happy with that. And these cabbages are surplus cabbages that I put in last year, and they're doing really well in the pots. And we had a couple the other day. They're not very big. It takes 2 cabbages for a meal, but they taste nice. This is my outdoor peppers. I've discovered something here just by experimentation. Peppers don't do very well outside, in Ireland especially, but this spot here is the calmest spot in the garden because over there is west, and we get all our wind from the west. So this spot here, they're nicely sheltered. They get full sun all day long because there's obviously south's up that way there. So hopefully they'll do okay. I've more in the greenhouse for a control, so we'll see how that goes. And this is just more surplus pumpkins and stuff that I have, and zucchinis. I have to get rid of those, you know. Right, the potatoes in the suitcase. We haven't seen those yet. Well, remember that Icelandic ice cloud? Well, we were talking about people. Friends of mine here got caught in a cruise, and their last port was Dubai, and they ended up caught there for 5 days. So they had to get an hotel in Dubai, and it was very expensive, but they said that there were people in the airport for 5 days sitting on their suitcases. I suddenly thought to myself, oh my God, my potatoes are sitting in a suitcase and they think they're going somewhere. So for them, it's basically the same as being stuck in an airport. And I mean, I'm Irish, we know about potatoes, and the last thing you want to eat is a depressed potato. So I had a wee idea, and I decided to send them off on wee holidays. So I've moved them up here into this little sort of area with the foxgloves and that, and let them do a bit of sunbathing, you know. So there they are, and they're doing really, really well here, and I think they're very happy because they can't see, they can't see through the lupins, so they don't realise they're, well, I hope they don't realise that they're not in my garden, that they're maybe in a nice English country garden with lupins, and they've actually gone somewhere. So I think they're actually starting to smile a wee bit, and maybe this will sort of cure any depression they had. So I'm going to try and think of ways to keep them happy until they're ready to eat, because as I say, you don't want to be eating depressed potatoes. So that's them. They seem content and happy there, and they've even got a wee windmill thing and all that flies round. What do we see? That's supposed to spin round, but it doesn't seem to work. What do we see? Can I get it to work? Oh yeah, there it is. That works. That'll make them happy as well, so we'll put that back in there again. Okay, so I'm going to stop this video now and head into the greenhouse. Okay, bye-bye.